Most people believe you need a big salary to get rich. They think wealth only comes after you land a high-paying job, start a business that explodes, or have some lucky break. And while income can make things easier, it's not the deciding factor. The truth is, plenty of people with high salaries still end up broke, while others earning far less build financial independence quietly. The difference isn't about how much you earn, it's about how you use what you earn. That's the strategy no one talks about, and if you master it, you can get rich even on a low income. The first step is understanding the trap of comparison. When you're earning less, it's easy to think, once I make more, then I'll start saving and investing. But this mindset delays the process that actually makes people wealthy. Starting early, no matter the amount. Wealth is built on habits, not just paychecks. Someone who earns $2,500 a month but saves $250 consistently can end up wealthier than someone who earns $7,000 a month and spends nearly all of it. Building wealth on a low income requires you to flip the script. Instead of waiting for higher pay to start, you learn to build discipline with what you have. That foundation is what makes any future income multiply faster. The second part of this strategy is controlling lifestyle inflation. Most people increase their spending the moment their income rises. A small raise quickly disappears into a slightly bigger apartment, a nicer phone, or more dinners out. This cycle keeps people stuck, no matter how much they earn. But when you're on a low income, you can train yourself to avoid this trap early. You learn how to live below your means and create financial margin even when money feels tight. That margin, no matter how small, becomes your ticket out of the cycle. If you can save $100 a month on a modest salary, you've proven you can control your money. Later, when your income grows, saving $500 or $1,000 won't feel impossible. It will feel natural. Another powerful but overlooked principle is tracking cash flow. On a low income, you can't afford to be blind with your money. Every dollar counts, and that means you need to know exactly where it's going. Many people avoid budgeting because they think it's restrictive, but in reality, it gives you freedom. It shows you where money leaks are draining your progress. For example, you might find that you're spending $120 a month on subscriptions you barely use, or $200 on eating out, when half of those meals could easily be prepared at home. That money, redirected, could be your first investment or your first debt payment. Wealth building starts with awareness, and tracking your money gives you control over it. Debt is another obstacle you must tackle. Many people on lower incomes feel forced into debt just to keep up with expenses or to live like their peers. But debt is one of the fastest ways to stay trapped. The interest works against you, draining future income you haven't even earned yet. Getting rich on a low income requires flipping this around, making interest work for you instead of against you. That means cutting down high-interest debt as quickly as possible, avoiding unnecessary borrowing, and refusing to finance a lifestyle you can't sustain. Even small debts can quietly eat away at your future wealth. Freeing yourself from them gives you room to grow. At this point, the strategy starts to shift from survival to growth. Once you've created margin and freed yourself from unnecessary debt, you can start building assets. This is where many people on low incomes underestimate their power. They think investing requires thousands of dollars up front, when in reality, small, consistent amounts matter more than big, inconsistent ones. For example, if you set aside $150 a month into an index fund and keep it going for 20 years, you'll end up with far more than someone who waits 10 years to start and then invests $400 a month. The secret is time. Low income or not, time is the one advantage that multiplies your money faster than anything else. The earlier you start, the more the system works in your favor. Another overlooked part of the strategy is skill building. Getting rich on a low income doesn't mean you'll stay on a low income forever. While you manage your money wisely in the present, you also work on raising your earning potential for the future. That could mean learning skills in demand, taking on side projects, or simply becoming excellent at your current job to increase your value. The key is that your income upgrades are invested, not spent. If you start with a low salary and later earn more, but you keep your expenses steady, the gap you create becomes your wealth machine. The people who stay stuck are the ones who spend every raise. The people who move ahead are the ones who bank the difference. Privacy is another element of this strategy. When you're building wealth quietly, you don't need to announce it. In fact, staying private protects you from outside pressure. The moment people know you're saving or investing, they may start expecting handouts, questioning your choices, or competing with you. Financial privacy keeps your progress free from unnecessary distractions. Nobody needs to know how much you're saving or how well your investments are doing. The less you share, the easier it becomes to focus on the process. Living simply is not just about saving, it's about choosing peace over pressure. Many people spend money to look successful, but all they buy is stress. They finance cars they can't afford, chase brands for approval, and stretch their paychecks until there's nothing left. You don't need that path. Living within your means doesn't make you less successful, it makes you free. And freedom is the foundation of wealth. When your money isn't tied up in appearances, it's free to grow quietly in the background, turning into something far more powerful than a temporary impression. The strategy no one talks about also includes creating systems, not just goals. Goals like save 5,000 or invest 10% are useful, but systems are what make those goals inevitable. Automating your savings, setting up automatic transfers into an investment account, or having part of your paycheck go straight to debt repayment removes willpower from the equation. You don't need to make a decision every month. It happens for you. On a low income, systems are even more powerful because they ensure you don't slip up and spend what you meant to save. Over years, these small systems turn into life-changing results. It's also important to redefine what rich means to you. For some people, being rich means never worrying about bills. For others, it's being debt-free, owning a home, or having the freedom to quit a job they dislike. You don't need millions to reach those milestones, you just need consistency. By setting your own definition of wealth, you stop chasing society's version and start building a version that actually makes you happy. That shift keeps you motivated, even when your income feels small. Finally, patience is what ties it all together. Getting rich on a low income isn't about overnight success. It's about small, steady moves that compound into something bigger. Most people fail because they want fast results. They chase shortcuts, they invest recklessly, they borrow money to look rich, or they quit when progress feels too slow. But the people who win are the ones who understand that wealth is a long game. They know that money doesn't grow in sudden leaps. It grows quietly, month after month, as discipline turns into progress, and progress turns into freedom. The small steps you take now, saving $100, paying off a debt, investing consistently, don't feel impressive today, but years from now, they'll form the foundation of your financial independence. Every quiet decision you make builds strength in the background. And the best part is, once these habits are set, they keep working for you even when you're not paying attention. Your savings grow, your debts shrink, your investments compound, and your position improves without needing constant effort. That's when you realize wealth is less about single big moves and more about consistency over time. So if you're on a low income and wondering how to ever get ahead, remember this. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and what you choose to do with it. Your income may be small, but the choices you make with it can be powerful. By following this path, you don't just survive on a low income. You turn it into the base of financial independence. You gain control over your money, over your time, and over your future. Quietly, steadily, and without the need for anyone's approval, you can build real wealth. And in the end, that's the strategy that lasts, not the flashy promises, not the shortcuts, but the patient, proven path of discipline and persistence. Because wealth built slowly is wealth that stays.